Hello, everyone, and welcome. We will begin shortly with our recap, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy the game today.
open. Okay, so last session was entitled The Underground Disco. We resumed in the altar room after Way and Magnus had received their message. It seemed to be from Usmagaris. It seems like this is her safe place. Usmagaris comes into the altar room, seemingly traveling to this point without suffering any harm. She points out the inscriptions around the room in Synodician. I'm not going to read them all out, but they are on my notes if anyone wants to read them again. It basically is it is a point where we can trade in some less useful magical items for some better ones. So we trade in +2 dagger, +1 short sword, a candle of the deep, and a +1 silver dagger to make a harness of Usmagaris. A spellcasting item, seems really good. Lunara gives her hat of disguise to Magnus. Ismagaris leads us to an obelisk that seems to be a divination point. It seems like this is a point of connection for Ismagaris to her power. We ask about the location of this star gem. We're told it's below us in the pits of Everfall. There to the south, east, and west of us, past the obelisks. Adriel asks if his people will rise. He's told that they will, and the deities will take their place once more. After a secret door, we find a chamber with a stone cube in the center. At the bottom, there seems to be a book. We get Quoth to drop a pebble into it to see if there's any danger, and that seems to summon a group of 4 wraiths to attack us. After we defeat the wraiths, Lunara uses her mage hand to reach into the cube and pull out the book. It is the Librum of Gainful Conjuration. It seems like it will give a boon to a spellcaster who studies it for an hour. We give it to Adriel. We drop down via a bunny quotes endless hole. It seems to have an enchantment that wraps people around once they reach the bottom. The new room is blindingly bright, beams of light emanating from the ceiling, some of which have evocation and conjuration magic. Lunara uses darkness to obscure the entire room and make it easier to spot the rays after Usmagaris has sauntered through and met up with another creature at the other end. We rush through the beam safely and get Usmagaris to back away from the creature. Its name is Dulix. Lunara thinks it might be a mind flayer, but she's not certain. It tells us it's here to find a book. If only we knew what book that could possibly be. The next room is a 50-foot square with an obelisk, on top of which is a ruby, which seems to be our star gem. It seems like many of the hexagonal tiles on the floor are illusionary, covering an acid trap. We mark the real squares, and Wei flies over towards the ruby, getting attacked by some kind of laser beam at several intervals. After Wei grabs the gem, the door slams shut, and the acid in the room starts to rise. Lunara uses Knock to reopen the room and gives Wei an opportunity to escape, and then do the Indiana Jones trick to stop the acid from rising. After our adventure, Dulix congratulates us for our effort and then teleports away, promising to see us again at some point. We manage to find a secret exit to the dungeon that gives us a way all the way up to the surface. We decide to spread out the gems, one each to Wei and Adriel, the remaining 2 to Lunara. We grab our wagon and boat and decide to head on. And that's where we ended session and leveled up.
Awesome. And so, with that, you guys have one last place you need to get to, one last gem you need to get before doing whatever happens with the gems. We haven't discovered that part yet. And then getting the weapon that Martek has left behind in order to fight Calitharius and prevent him from doing bad things all over the desert. He and Eraldoth are still caught up in epic battles, but you guys are the only hope of the world. Did I tell you leveled up at the end of last session?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, we're level 9 now.
Okay, good. I had this moment this morning. I sat down and I was like, did I tell them? I don't remember if I said. Excellent. So we are, for now, back in the desert. You guys are going to be so sick of this image by the end of this campaign. Back in the desert, heading on your way to the Sky Sea. You have an idea of where the Sky Sea is, but other than that, you don't really have a ton of information about it. Lunar, you get to spend some time with that book, The Librium
Yep.
of Indefinable Damnation.
Yes.
And I did make a handout for it if I can find it. Of course, it's in the magic items handout. I'm editing instead of showing. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So you
Okay.
figure out what it will do.
Okay.
It will enhance your spell casting. But just holding the book, Lenara, makes you feel slightly nauseous.
Okay.
This is not a good book by any means. And
Okay.
when Usma Garis sees you studying it, she puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "It would be better to not."
Okay. You know of this?
No, I just can feel it.
Okay.
It feels cold.
Yeah. It doesn't feel pleasant. Okay, she just wraps it back up again and puts it back in the puts it back in her bag of holding.
Okay. Anything else that, oh, do you want to get the response? So the response from
Yes.
that would have come days ago.
Yeah.
Or we can say it took a while. Maybe it took a while. I don't know. But you do, maybe you haven't heard an answer yet. It takes a while for the sending to come back. I actually kind of like that idea.
Yeah, sure.
And all of a sudden, Magnus, in your head, because I believe it was you that sent that sending, was you hear a familiar voice and a 25-word sentence pops into your mind.
Sorry, I'm going to spend a lot of time muted today. I am battling my allergies.
Oh
Yeah, I
no.
will relay that to Lunara.
You see Lunara's face lights up, hearing that response. But she doesn't say much. She's just kind of ingests it and thinks about it for a while.
Okay.
Do you want to send another message back? Or
I do, but I do not know what to say.
can we
You know
fathom a
me.
guess at how many days or how many hours it's going to take for us to fly to this city in the clouds?
It's probably a couple of days journey. You have to go even deeper into the Sword Desert. You know that you roughly know where the Sky Sea is, but you're not sure that anyone's been there in 1,000 years. So if it's where it's supposed to be, hopefully you'll find it relatively soon.
Okay, so I mean, if you change your mind, you think of something you want to send, that is a thing I can prepare for. I think I actually still have it prepped. No, I
Okay.
don't. So
Oh,
tomorrow
okay.
I can send a message.
Okay. Yep, I will have a think about it for tomorrow then.
I did, however,
Okay.
today prepare divination. If we
Ooh.
feel interested in asking the gods something, I mean, I realize we have two gods here with us, but they also have memory loss. So maybe we ask one that, well, he may have memory loss as well, but who knows?
What would be a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion? Worth 25 gold.
That's a good question.
I hope it's not cigarettes.
You know what? It's probably something like, because it is like, my god is the god of suffering, I think, or those who are suffering. So it would probably require me suffering for the sacrifice.
Nicotine addiction.
Yeah, I'm
Nicotine
gonna have to throw
withdrawal,
like 2 pounds of tobacco over side of the boat. But yeah, that is something we can consider using.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, as we travel, I think Magnus wants to try to get to know some of the group a little bit better.
Ooh.
I mean, I guess I'll start with Way because you are the one that confuses Magnus the most. So Magnus will probably saddle up next to Way and just. So tell me a bit about yourself. How'd you end up out here in the boonies? You're looking for a book, but what is there any more to that? How'd you find out about this book?
Oh, excuse me, it's a little bit loud in the house at the moment. Just give me a second
Maybe.
to try to word
Yeah,
this.
no worries.
It's pretty. It's pretty simple, mate. For a book, it's a tome. It's we went over this. The teachings of the monastery from the original guy, the original lad who founded the whole thing. I'm only one of many sent out into the world. Find it. I drew the short straw to come here in the blazing heat.
That does explain a lot, actually. Yeah. So you're taking some time out of your busy schedule looking for this book to help us save the world, then?
Well, it wasn't exactly a busy schedule back in the monastery. All I did was recite mantra, meditate, practice fighting. That's really about it. Take a shit, have a shit.
I'm amazed they allowed you to do that.
It
Pretty
occurs
boring.
to me that I may be able to help you try to find your book now.
Well, that's wonderful. Sooner I can finish it, better. Bring it back. Plus all the money I found, and
And I'm sorry, these are the teachings of the founder of your school of.
yeah.
Is it a
Well,
school of martial
yeah.
arts or is it
Well,
a?
it's no, it's not a school of martial arts. It's a monastery. There's I happen to be part of one of the warrior monks because my reading skills aren't as good as the others, and
And
I found that part to be kind of boring. I figured fighting would be fun because I've done it my whole life.
and instead of being in a nice, cool place next to the sea, enjoying some books, you're now out in the desert kicking sand.
Next to the sea, mate, we're in the Snowflake Mountains. Tie up, freeze me nuts off.
Ah, well, in that case, you get the worst of both. You get to freeze, and then you get to come out here.
Yes. Well, to be quite honest, I actually enjoy this weather a lot more than the cold, which is part of the reason why I didn't really put up much of a fight when they assigned me here.
So now, tell me, you came from the Snowflake Mountains to here. Did you stop off anywhere interesting on your way?
Oh yeah, really. I took a big tour back around. No, I haven't. I came straight here.
That sounds terrible. Should have used the opportunity to explore a bit.
Ex- Yeah, couldn't really do that. Snowflake Mountain's very far away, mate.
Was somebody keeping an eye on you?
Well, I was supposed to meet one of the other monks, one of my mates, Farad. But hasn't been around, has he? Haven't found him yet. He was actually here earlier than me.
Really?
But yeah. Plus, we were supposed to meet up somewhere. Haven't seen him though.
Is he going to be in similar attire to you? I can help you keep an eye open for him.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. He's from around here. What he told me, anyways. Like you lot.
Sorry, he's from around here.
Oh, he was anyway. And
Uh-huh.
he travelled all the way south, all the way down south to find himself. He went on holiday,
Oh,
and he never went back till now.
interesting. All right, well, that, I mean, brings me up to speed on you. How about you, Adriel, or sorry, Gorm? I mean, I know that you grew up with that traveling caravan tribe, I guess. But I mean, when did you awaken to your godhood?
Hmm. I've always felt different, but it wasn't until I found this, and he pulls out this piece of glass. It kind of looks like a shard that was like a little piece of like electricity, but it's glass made out of sand. And he says, "This is what triggered some of my memories to come back."
I mean, that's interesting. Did you just stumble across it in the desert? Were you like drawn to it?
I'm sure I planted it here for myself to find.
Huh. Have you felt drawn to any other places of interest? Might find more of those, unlock more of your memories.
I continuously look for signs that might have been left behind for me to find.
Like that electrified door that we tried in the early session. You're like, oh, it's my element. What's the worst it can do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Well, I mean, yeah, that answers my question. I was just kind of interested in if you'd had an awakening moment, or if you'd just always been sort of a god reincarnated.
Before I found this, I just knew I was different than the rest.
God, do you think it's like a reincarnation or a possession? Like, did Gorm take control of somebody that already existed, or were you born into a human body?
I never really talked to Kirsty about this, so I'm not quite sure.
I want to put you guys all on blast. I'm going to make you think about your backgrounds.
I love it, Chris. Make it up.
Yeah. I believe I was born, but I believe it took a lot of the power I had left, my remaining power, to do it, which is why I suffer from memory loss.
No, I mean that makes sense. I don't think you've had a huge amount of followers for a long time, and from what I understand, gods gain most of their power from their followers.
This is exactly why I try to increase them while I'm here.
Although that does leave the question of you, and I point at Uzmagarius. Like, did you have an awakening, or were you born into a human body as well?
I am borrowing this body, I think.
Do you have memories of not being a god?
I have always been a god.
Well, then that makes me think born into a human as opposed to possessing a human.
Yes and no. There are two parts of me, the god part and the girl.
Well, that sounds rightly terrifying.
Yes.
Right, well, that's the gods and the traveling monk. What about you, Lunara?
I mean, my story starts with a bedtime story. I
Another one
was
who starts with a book. Okay, here we go.
yeah. It wasn't my book initially. My parents read me a story of the Lost City. It was the only story I demanded to hear constantly. At one point, I could practically read it to myself, but I still demanded they read it to me. And as soon as we left the Shadowfell, came to this godforsaken realm, she looks around at the heat and dust and all of that. I did some more research on it and found out that it could potentially have been a real place, not just a story. And I knew I had to find it. I just knew. So I moved from the nice, comfortable temperatures of Baldur's Gate to here, and the rest you know. I joined. I blagged my way into the into the party and helped find the city and did all the silly shit that you know about.
Well, sounds like an interesting beginning to a group meant to save the world, although maybe inauspicious. And just as a correction, this realm is many things, although God forsaken, and I point at the two gods in the boat, clearly not.
Mm, you put it your way, I'll put it mine. I prefer much cooler climes, much shadower climes, should we say. It's too much brightness here, too much light.
Ah, you'll warm to it eventually, huh? Huh?
I've been here like 20 years. No, disagree. Strong disagree.
Well, it's because you keep yourself all covered up in those dark sunglasses on all the time. You expose yourself a little bit at a time, like 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Eventually, your skin will turn nice and tanned and leathery like this. And I pull out like my arm.
Ugh, no, thank you. I think I'll stay. I think I'll stay as I am. Thank you. There is not a strong enough factor sun cream for me.
Yeah, then Magnus will probably just fall into like small talk to
Mm.
fill the time as we slowly travel across the desert.
Awesome. Chris, please give yourself inspiration for
Yeah,
forcing
that
the
was really
others into
cool.
some backstories talk. I love it.
Yeah, that was really
Well,
cool. Well done.
I realized like a couple sessions ago that Magnus really hasn't spoken to anybody about why they're here.
Mm. So, how did you get to become a member of the order that you're in? Since we're doing show and tell.
I died.
Huh. That's a good way to start.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wasn't a great person before the order. I operated with a group of thugs and mercenaries, and the group I was with wanted to take things to a direction and a space I wasn't comfortable with. And when
Mhm.
I attempted to defend the people they were attempting to enslave, I was killed for my efforts.
Mhm.
But the old man, my mentor, managed to with the well with some financial backing from the people I managed to save. He brought me back, and I realized I had a new calling. The path I was on was not going to lead me to a good place. So now I'm taking the opportunity to try and turn things around. It's not always you get a second chance at things. So
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you got a second chance. And yeah, I'm glad because it gave us an opportunity to meet you.
yeah,
So
and apparently an opportunity to save the world. So
yeah, maybe that was your purpose to begin with.
oh, I hope not. So far, it's not going so great.
I mean, we're still alive, right? So
More or less.
everything's great until you're dead.
And as you guys are chit-chatting Quoth,
Mhm.
who is, I assume, keeping an eye out, as always.
Yes. Yeah, he's flying
Um,
cordon.
Yeah, sort of lets you know that he sees something up ahead. It looks like another one of those giant obelisks, much like the one that you saw a while back ago. I'm going to show you the picture of the old one because I don't have a picture of the one that you're currently seeing, but it's that kind of
Hmm.
feel, except this one's actually standing upright.
Ooh, okay.
Um, it
I'll array that if it's obviously when it's sent to me. I'll relay that to
Sure.
you.
Okay. The obelisk is made of like sandstone. It sort of blends into the desert. You're not sure if you would have seen it without Quoth's assistance. And it's a little ways off, so if you guys are interested in going to go take a look at it, you can, or you can continue on your way.
I mean, I'm fine with taking a look at it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Scan the horizon first, make sure we're not being chased down by Calicatharis.
Sure, why don't you give me a perception check? You see some clouds of dust off in the distance, but it would be like a day away kind of deal. It's very, very far away, so you feel pretty confident that there's not much around where you are right now.
All right, so we can afford a few minutes to investigate this.
Okay.
Okay. I'll
You guys.
I'll keep Quoth doing cordons around us while we're investigating.
Sure, absolutely. So as Quoth flies overhead, you approach this obelisk. As I said, this one is standing, and it is made from a similar sort of black obsidian that you have seen before. Uh, it it is. No, this one is sandstone. I apologize. Blends into the desert. We went through this. Sorry, I'm reading two different things and I'm not reading the right one. It blends into the background. It is made of sandstone. It is very, very wind swept, sort of pitted and marked by the wind. The writing that was on it is very, very faint. You're not sure how much you will be able to make out of it as you study it. But you can make out a couple of words. Welcome back. We've just found an obelisk in the desert. It's made of sandstone and it's pitted, and the party has wandered over to take a look at it. And as I said, not all of the words are visible, but you are able to make out the word "cursed city."
Okay. Interesting.
Magnus, as you are kind of standing while Lunara does her. I'm assuming it's Lunara that's examining the words on this. It just seems like the Lunara thing to do.
It is very much the Lunara thing to do. She's taking some robbings. She's like investigating it carefully.
Okay.
Detect magic and so on.
So while Lunara is doing all of that, Magnus, you notice something sort of like poking out of the sand fairly close by. It looks to be made of wood, which is quite unusual for this part of the world. But you can't really make out much more than it's like a little bit of wood.
Yeah, Magnus will start making his way over to it, but he's smarter or smart enough to not just grab something sticking out of the sand. So he's going to mention to Lunara, like, "Hey, have a look at this," and point at it.
Okay. Yeah. When I'm done investigating what I'm looking at, I'll come over and like try and mage hand it out the sand, see if that does anything.
Okay, so as you approach it, Lunara, or as you even just
Mhm.
glance that way, once it's pointed out to you, there is a faint aura of magic coming from this
Ooh.
piece of wood.
Okay.
It would be of the school. I always forget to look this up until I tell you about it. I'll look it up while I describe the rest of it. So this piece of wood, it's fairly small. It seems as though it's probably connected to something bigger. You try and grab it with Mage Hand, but Mage Hand cannot lift it. It's pretty buried in the sand, and it would be glowing with the Transmutation School of
Okay.
Magic.
I was just picturing Lunara with like one of those little archaeology brushes, just
Mm.
working away at it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can like push away some of the sand from it, just to see if I can free it up a little bit. I
Sure,
dare say
yeah.
we most likely have shovels in the gear somewhere, so we'll use
Yes.
those.
You guys have been digging enough at this point that I would think that you would bring shovels with you everywhere.
Mm.
Yeah, you start shoveling away, and you uncover quite a bit of it, and you realize it is a dugout canoe, or it's a canoe similar in the style to the one that you guys have.
Oh,
And as you dig it out, it all of a sudden sort of like pops out of the sand and is hovering about a foot above the surface of the sand. It's still got sand inside of it, obviously, but you've dug enough of it out that it is capable of floating at this point.
I'll see if I can like turn it over to get the sand out of it.
Yeah, it's super easy actually to turn over, being because it's floating. It has practically no weight to it, and you take it, you spin it, the sand dumps out of it. It looks almost identical to the boat that you have. In fact, they were probably made by the same craftsman or someone who had seen both, like the boat before. They're very, very similar, is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. Hey, second boat. Are there sails for it anywhere? Because if I remember correctly, we had to put sails and stuff on our current one.
You did. You do not see any sails.
Interesting. So I have no idea how this thing would be propelled, apart from like using a shovel to like scoot along the surface.
We just tow it with the other one,
Oh, that
Like
could
a-
be an option.
like a wagon train.
Mm. It would probably slow the first one down considerably, but
Train.
A wagon train, you know, when you lash
Yeah.
several wagons to the first one. I guess they're more common out here where there's like large expanses,
yeah.
flat ground. Maybe it's not as common in the mountains. It's probably a real pain to keep them from.
It's probably less
running
good in the
each
mountains
over.
because like if one wagon falls off a cliff, you don't want the others to go with it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not from the mountains. I grew up in Baldur's Gate.
You've been to mountains. I mean, that's more than I can say.
My current home is in the mountains. I wasn't born.
I don't know
there.
why, but I was expecting you to say Baltimore when you started saying Baldur's Gate. I do not know why.
Okay, well, I mean, it's interesting that we found this here. Why is it here? And what did that obelisk say? Something about a cursed city? Have we checked
something
that one
about
off the list yet?
City. Does that ring? Can I do a history check or anything to see if I can get the reference to that? I'm sure it's something that's come up in a previous session, but current me is tired and brain dead.
I don't believe it has come up actually, so you're not
Okay.
wrong for not remembering it. Go ahead
Okay,
and
cool.
give me a history check, please.
Okay.
You can have advantage due to Lenara's specialty in this particular region of the world.
Pick a
Nice.
25.
I choose the first one. No, the second.
Yay! Oh, okay. I like the first one better.
You are aware of something that was called the Cursed City. And it really, at this point, I mean, you're probably sick of hearing this, but you thought this was just a legend, that it didn't actually exist. Even for someone who believed in a lot of the legends, this one was pretty out there. The tale of the Cursed City talks about Martek fighting Calatharius. And during their great battle, the great battle was held around a city, and as they fought, great boulders were smashing into the earth, causing chunks of the city to fly up, and the strength of their blows caused the city to basically, the chunks of city that flew up into the clouds stayed there.
Oh, okay. It's a city in the clouds. Okay.
So that is the legend of the cursed city. It's called the cursed city because it never came back down to earth. Um, it might be the sky sea that you have been hearing about. Perhaps the two are combined. But you also are aware that if this is true, that there's more to this than the legend states, because obviously
Okay.
someone's smashing a rock so hard into the ground that chunks of city are flying up and staying there doesn't really seem practical even in a magical world.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, it was probably a bad idea to name the city Cursed City. I mean, you're
Yeah,
just asking
it's not a
fate to
great
come in and be like, "I'm gonna destroy this city."
it's not great from a marketing standpoint either, really, isn't it? Come visit the wonderful cursed city.
It's like
Well,
calling your
it
city
probably
Atlanta
got
or
its
something.
name afterwards. It was probably named something else first.
So some poor bastard had to come around to all these obelisks and
I'll
scratch out the
change all the
old name
signs,
and put
yeah.
in Cursed
Yeah.
City.
Okay. So yeah, I'll relay the information I kind of dig out from the books I've read. I guess that's our Skycy location. We'll just go the direction that this is supposed to point, I guess.
I don't remember. Was it you or Gorm that had figured out the last one?
Figured out in what way, sorry. I think it's probably Gorm. But
The way in which we were supposed to go from the last one, because is this one toppled over as well?
well,
What do you
it's
mean?
oh no, it's standing
The
up, isn't it?
obelisk. Oh, this one's standing
This
up?
this
Yeah,
obelisk is standing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I guess we could probably just
we'll just go
follow
in
the
that direction.
signpost kind of route. Yeah.
Yep.
I was just thinking of the last one that was like half buried in the sand. And
Yeah, and you had to sort of figure out which way it went. No,
yeah.
this one is standing upright. Um, and you so you know you're on the right track at least as you continue to travel. It's about another day and a half travel before anything really of note happens. You go through the usual traveling sort of a couple of times in the day, resting in the hottest part of the afternoon. A couple of times you see creatures flying in the distance. They're too far away to be of any concern to you in terms of danger to yourselves. But they don't look like birds. They do look like demons, frogs, creatures that have probably been summoned by Calatharius. And they are out in the desert. They look as though they're searching for something. You don't know if they're searching for you or for something else, but the patterns that they make, sort of, figure eights and backtracking and crisscrossing over the land, make you think that they are looking for someone or something. Is there anything that you would like to do in response to that, or is that something you're just going to keep an eye on?
I suggest keeping an eye on it. Linara does have a question for Magnus as we're traveling to there. Do you have a way to send emoji in sending?
That's a good question. I could probably figure out a way to convey a message in that. If I think really hard on an image, will it work?
You know what? Sure.
So depending on the emoji, I could maybe do it. If it's an eggplant, you can go kick yourself off the boat. I ain't sending that.
Linara kind of looks at herself, looks up, looks down, looks at you, kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "Where would the eggplant come from?"
I don't know. You people are all weird like that.
Right. I'm going to show you the. I'm gonna post the message that I've come up with. It's a couple of words short. It's like 4 words short, including the emoji. So room for adding stuff to it if we want to.
Yeah, okay. And I will send that message. And then before the end of the first day of travel, I am going to cast Divination and attempt to find Way's book that he's searching for.
Ooh. Divination.
Can I ask
It's in the chat.
question out of character for everyone? What would be better, Hold Monster or Synaptic Static?
Synaptic Static is incredibly useful.
Okay, I'll keep that one then.
Hold Monster is great in a like one big creature. Synaptic Static is great for lots of creatures.
Okay, because that's what I originally had. I just wanted to.
And it's an
I think
intelligence
Synaptic
save.
Static, yes, which so few things actually have good intelligence saves from a meta point of view.
Okay. I was gonna say, Chris, that mumbling in the background sounded interesting.
Either I'm not sure if bees or a fan or
It was,
bees with a fan.
can tell people were chanting.
Mm.
It was
Sorry. And no, the probably the ruffling of the Kleenex box.
No, well, from my point of view, it sounded like a fan blowing on the mic or something. It was
Well,
like
unless
a
unless the
drone
mic's
sound effect.
unless the mic is too close to the computer fans, could be that because those things are
Okay.
just ripping today. It's a little warm.
Mhm.
Oh, that might be it.
yeah, you
I
guys
did
don't
post an
believe in-
answer.
Mm.
So go ahead, Seb.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, you guys don't believe in AC.
Okay, I'm going to turn away before we turn in on the first day. I guess just say, well, I think I found your book. Bad news is you need to travel through time.
Meaning what exactly?
The response I got when asking where your book is, it says it can be found where it all began, but in a world 1,000 years ago.
Oh. Well, it's like I'm going home then because I can't do that. Good luck.
You mean you
Actually,
can't travel?
hold on a second. Lunar, how old's this civilization that we've been digging around in? It's like 1,000 years, right?
Yeah, the whole calamity was 1,000 years ago.
Wonder if this whole thing started at the Cursed City. Maybe we find it at the Cursed City.
Hmm. I mean,
Maybe you
the
don't
Cursed
have to go
City
through
was
time.
where
I don't know.
the sealing happened. The sealing happened, so worth a shot.
That's just where everything happened. Seems like.
Well, I mean, fingers crossed. Otherwise, I mean, you're gonna have a hell of a time going back in time 1,000 years. I don't know anybody strong
Yeah, I'm
enough to
not
send you
doing
that
that.
far back.
I'm not doing that. I'm
If
going
you
to go
run
back to the
really,
monastery
really fast,
empty-handed.
Chang, if you run like if I point out to like a pillar of stone or something and say, right, if you run really, really fast around that stone, like fast enough, faster than you ever run before, and then faster, you'll be able to travel back in time and get to it.
What if it sends it forward
Sure.
in time, though?
You have to run in the right direction around the stone.
So you
That's
need to
the
run
problem.
backwards around that thing real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really appreciate all this patronizing.
Look, man, it's a long journey through this desert and it's hot. I need something.
We need some kind of entertainment. I mean, we at least do have the decanter of endless water. Do we have a decanter of endless water in this one, or am I getting my campaigns mixed together?
I don't believe you do.
I might be getting my campaigns mixed together. I apologize. Please
do not.
strike that from the record.
Yeah, I mean,
Was
I can
that
only
the
lose
one-
lose in dice against Usmagarius so many times before it becomes not fun.
You're the one that's decided to
Oh,
gamble against
yeah,
the
I have an
12-year-old.
endless decanter. I have an endless decanter on Lenora.
Oh, do you? I don't
Can't
giving
remember
you
for the life of me where I found that, but
that. All right, so you guys travel a little bit further following the directions on the signpost. And it is you're sort of just started up traveling again after your sort of midday break. You've been traveling for about half an hour when you see something that leads you to believe you are close to your destination. There is a rock that is it's like a decent sized boulder, and it is hovering about 20 meters off the ground.
oh, yep, I think we might be here.
Quoth goes to take a little look, and Quoth sees that there are lots of these, and that there are more and bigger ones as you go upwards. You can sort of see dots in the sky. There's cloud cover and stuff, and it gets denser the more you go in the direction that you're currently traveling and up.
Interesting. Yep, I guess we're here then.
Do we want to do horizon scan? Make sure we haven't picked up any followers.
Yeah, sure. I'll send Quoth. Well, Quoth would have been like coordinating for us all the while, but I'll make sure he does a double check
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
for Quoth.
Pardon me. Nice. Yeah, so you
I don't think he had advantage on that. I think that's a 6.
Oh, never mind. I take it back. Not nice.
No.
You take a look around and you do not see anything of concern. Quoth does not see anything of concern in this area. That'd be adorable.
Yeah.
All right. Do the boulders seem to be like rising higher the further we go? Do we need to go up? Can we stay where we are?
There are
It-
more higher up. You can continue to walk on the ground for a while, if you so choose, and get closer to the center of whatever this is, and then you'll probably need to go up. Or you could sort of go on more of an angle now. It's really up to you.
Maybe if we try and find somewhere sheltered to leave the wagon, kind of out the way, near the edge of the field of floaty boulders, and then carry on in the air from there. Maybe better.
Yeah, I mean, works for me.
Yeah.
Gorm, do you want to help me look for someplace sheltered to put this wagon?
Of course.
All right, Gorm, please go ahead. Give me a survival check. You can have advantage thanks to Magnus's assistance.
Because I'm so good at survival. 18.
Oh, looks like you are. You actually find a spot where some boulders have been pulled out of the ground but aren't yet floating. And it looks like a really good spot to you can tie the wagon up to it. It's sheltered from the worst of the sand and the wind, and you think it'll be a fairly safe spot to leave your kit while you head on up.
I believe this should suffice.
Okay. Let's yeah.
Okay,
I guess
so
let's
you
figure
got-
a way to. Are we going to take both boats, or are we only going to take the one?
That was my next question.
Probably for the best if we take both, just to be on the safe side. I'm not sure how the other boat we'll travel, like whether or not we can use use oars with it, or what. We'll have to try and investigate that, I guess, as we go.
To start, why don't we just lash it to the
Yeah. Okay.
stern of the boat with sails? See if we can just
Yeah.
tow it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it tows quite nicely. Um, it's like a little canoe type thing, so there's no problem with towing it. And it floats quite happily in behind your boat with this sail.
You said it's almost identical to the one we have. It just lacks the mast and sails. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Well, maybe we can find one up in the floating city.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, so are you guys kind of staying along the ground? Do you head right up into the sky immediately? How are you guys approaching this?
Maybe like spiral up, follow the path of the boulders, and see if that leads us anywhere special.
Okay, group, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Alrighty.
mean, closer
Yeah.
to a boulder that we can jump onto should something try to destroy our boat
Yeah.
would be nice.
I mean, I have Featherfall. I took that as part of this level up. So if the worst becomes the worst, we've got the means. We're not going to fall to our deaths.
Awesome. Okay. You guys start traveling along. It's a little bit bizarre to say the least. There are these sort of boulders that are everywhere, and they look like they've just sort of been like tossed and then they've just stayed in place. They're huge. Some of them are small. There's a pretty big variety in the sizes and the shapes. They are uh, anything from kind of like pea-sized all the way up to there's some really, really large ones that are kind of like, 5, 6, 7 feet across. It's a weird sight to say the least. And you sort of follow this path of boulders. It's not really a path, they're everywhere, they're sort of scattered. And as you get towards the center of this area, or as you move further in, you do see more and more of them. And they get a little bit tricky to try and avoid. You find yourself having to sort of maneuver the boat through all of them as you travel. Um, Interestingly, none of them really seem to move. They really do just seem to sort of hang out in place.
Do they act that
And
way if acted upon? Like if one of us were to try to push one?
you can pick up and take one of the like gravel-sized ones. You can grab it and hold it in your hand, and then once you've moved it, it drops to the ground when you let it go. But
Interesting.
the large boulders, when you push on them, it just moves the boat away as opposed to moving them.
Intriguing.
Okay.
And as you guys are navigating, so the next thing I need to know is who's in which canoe, who is steering, how is that working? Is everyone all in the one? Are some people in the back one that you're towing?
I think
for
maybe
safety
splitting-
we're. Oh, really? I was gonna say I thought for safety maybe we're all in the one that can propel itself, and we
Oh,
just
yeah,
threw
okay.
our gear maybe.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
extra
Actually,
traveling
yeah, I
gear
think
in
you're
the
right.
other one.
I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. We just stay in the main one and just tow the other
Okay.
one.
All right, so you're all in the main one, towing the second one. Who is doing the steering of the ship and avoiding all of these rocks?
I think Magnus, because you're the closest we have to knowledge of how to use one of these things properly.
Yeah, I can give it a go.
Okay,
'cause,
Magnus
yeah, none of
is
the other us have that kind of skill.
all right. So Magnus, do you have
I believe you gave
what's
me
the word I'm looking for?
proficiency with it when we
That's
were
right, in the
fleeing
boat.
Calatharius. Yeah.
Yes. So why don't you make me a check with your boat maneuvering skills to try and avoid all of these rocks and whatnot.
Can I sell it as wisdom because I'm picking a navigable course through these rocks?
I think it's gonna have to be Dex. I'm sorry.
Dang. All right. I am going to guide myself.
That's fair. Nice. Yeah. Magnus, you are able to maneuver through these rocks quite well. And things are going good. You're moving through this area. It's getting a little bit dense and full of rocks. When suddenly you are attacked by three elementals that come flying over to look at what you are and then attack. Let's get
There.
everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh,
Sorry,
good.
where's my?
Oh, I wanted the sail on top because it looks cool, but I'm gonna have to put it on the map layer because I can't access the tokens. Shift M. An object. There we go. It rolled for my air elementals. Why aren't they on the tracker?
Yeah, I saw them.
They
Are they on
were,
the GM layer now? They were definitely on there.
Oh, are they? Did I move them to that?
I said, did
Or
you
the
move
map
them to the
layer.
map layer?
I moved them to the map layer. I thought I was moving the sail, and I wasn't. I was moving the three of them, apparently. There we go.
Oh boy, we're in danger.
So one of these is your standard run-of-the-mill air elemental. It looks sort of like a whirlwind. The other two that you see are a little bit more concerning. They almost look like they are wearing armor, and they have these sort of flails. I'll put a picture in chat there for you.
Border security.
Mm.
Everybody got their paperwork ready?
Nope. What I have is an Eldritch Blast.
And my Myrmidon here is going to be the first to attack. And these creatures, Gorm might like them. They're sort of crackling with electricity, with lightning. And he comes over to here. I think to here. And he is going to attack 3 times, twice at Magnus, once at Lunara. Oh,
Oof.
those two are Magnus.
Do I have a reaction?
You have not taken a turn in combat yet, so no.
Okay.
You don't get a turn in combat till after the first.
I thought you didn't get a reaction if you were surprised, but you still got a reaction before your turn otherwise. Let me just double check that. 5e, because otherwise there's no distinct difference. Well, the only difference between surprise and normal is that you don't get to
You don't
act.
act on a surprise round, yeah. But I'm
No.
pretty sure you don't get to take a reaction until your turn in combat has passed. I'm just going to roll up the damage. We will resolve it if Nick finds out that I'm incorrect. So 15 force damage, and he is also going to use a lightning strike on you, Magnus. So you are going to take an extra 20 lightning damage, and I need a con save, please.
God, Jesus.
It says a reaction is an instant response to a trigger of some kind which can occur on your turn or someone else's.
That
But
doesn't
there's
answer the
no
question. That does not answer the question.
5e reaction in
Yeah, I'll put it in chat.
first.
So
round.
Stack Overflow says an unsurprised character may use their reaction before their first turn.
Oh, does it?
But that's a response on Stack Overflow that's the highest rated one. Let me
Well, I mean, it
post that
says
in here.
erection can be done on someone else's turn, so it doesn't. I don't know.
The turn ends. Maybe I'm just thinking of the surprise combat one then.
Yeah, the surprise one. The surprise is the second bit there. You can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
Yeah.
Till the surprise turn ends.
Okay. Then I
'Cause-
apologize. Nick, go ahead and do whatever you would like to do in your
'cause,
reaction.
Uh,
We'll rule yes, and I will dig into it a little bit more in
Sure.
between, but I don't want to hold
Um,
up the game too much.
Well, he was doing 3 attacks, correct?
Yes, so
One of
he's
them was
done
towards
2
me?
towards
Okay.
Magnus. He hasn't
Okay.
done the one towards you yet. So would
Okay,
you like
I'll
to
let him
react
do the.
to?
I'll react to the one towards me. Yeah.
You're gonna react to the one towards you? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is his attack towards you. 16.
16. I will very definitely shield that.
Okay, sounds good. Usmagaras is going to. I didn't see that coming, she says.
Helpful.
And she will. She is going to run over to her brother and tap you on the shoulder and cast Fly. The air elemental. It's just gonna come on over here. Actually, I think, are these large size creatures? Why did it come out small? I thought they were large size.
I think they are. I think the air elemental at least is.
Yeah, the myrmidons are not, but the air elemental is. Let me make him bigger here. He can go to both of you, so he's gonna go right
large.
there.
Yeah, the large.
Back. And he is going to do a whirlwind attack.
Okay.
Oh, that's not set up to roll. So I need both of you to please make me strength saving throws, DC 13.
This is an attack, right?
This is not an attack.
Yeah. It's a special attack, I guess.
Because I have the staff of Amun Ra where it says if a creature makes an attack against me, I can use it against them. That's why I was.
Does it just say attack,
But
or
this
does
is,
it say like weapon attack?
It just says if a flying creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll against you. So I guess this isn't really. I don't know.
He's not making an
this is
attack roll
yeah,
against
yeah,
you.
This is
Yeah.
Okay.
Labor suck.
I try. I'm sorry. What was the save I have to do? A strength save?
Con save.
Oh, con save.
Oh, sorry, strength save.
Strength-
Strength
okay,
save.
strength
My
save.
bad.
Strength save. If I remember how to do these. Yep. Oh boy.
Okay, we got a 7 and we got an 8. So both of you are going to take only 9 bludgeoning damage.
That's
Thick.
But you are flung
good. Oh boy.
From the boat.
from the boat 20 feet in a random direction. Can you guys please each roll a d8? One is due north.
So I go this way to my southeast.
Correct.
Technically, with a random direction, it could be a D9 for future, maybe, because the option of up.
So
Oh, that's true.
I get thrown.
Should we
into
really?
Usmagaris.
Should we really be playing with the Z-axis?
I mean, we're in the Sky Sea. Welcome to the Z-axis. To the tune of Welcome to the Jungle.
So Wei
Okay,
is
is
gonna
that
go 20 feet in this direction.
Did the arrow?
Oh,
Did
sorry.
like my token move properly? With the
Yeah.
little arrow.
10, 15, 20. That's correct. Yeah, and Seb, you move 20 feet south.
Yeah, I get slammed into Usmagaris.
Yeah, pretty much. So we'll say that you.
Could also get flung over their heads. It's up to you. How you
Turn it
wanna-
into another creature. That creature must
Well, she's like
succeed.
12, right? So
Yeah.
how tall could she be? She's like 3 feet tall.
It's not damage if you hit a creature. They just have to do a dex save or be or
be
take
knocked
the same
prone.
damage and be knocked prone. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think you'd probably hit her as you went, so she's gonna make a dex save.
She should have seen this coming.
She also takes damage. I'm just gonna move you guys back like 5 feet because I think that would be reasonable, and she will take the same damage, which was 9. And that will end the elemental's turn. The Myrmidon. And Wei is falling. Let's not forget Wei is falling.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Oh, right, you've got
You
Monk.
forgot. Right now, I was gonna say it on my turn, but I'm prone, but I'm still floating in midair.
You can't technically be prone, so you're just floating.
Yeah, well, I'm in the prone position anyways.
Okay,
I'm selling
alright,
it. I'm
fair.
selling it.
All right, gotcha. This Myrmidon is going to get to here. That's as far as he can get to. So I'm sorry. This is all going towards Adriel. 1, 2.
So this one I could do my thing on.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So
I will use
he hits you with all 3. So do you want to use it on one of them?
this. Cause it to flare with light. The attacker has disadvantage on the attack roll. So I guess the first one.
Nice. Okay, so he rolls a 13. He hits you.
Uh,
And then the damage that he does is 5 force damage, and that goes back on him.
he has to do a Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the start of his next turn.
Oh, nice.
Of course, he succeeds.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Okay, so 5 force damage from the first hit.
Okay.
And then 9 and a 7 from the next 2.
9 and 7. Wow. Okay. This isn't good for you.
And Magnus is stunned.
Correct. Just end my turn there. There you go.
Adriel.
Okay. I guess I'll use my new spell.
Okay. What do you got?
I will use my Synaptic Static and get the 2 above me.
Oh, nice. So 2 intelligence saves here. Group check. Normal. Intelligence. They are not going to be good at this. DC 19. And saves half.
As they cause this electrical burst to explode around them. Yay.
Wow, they both fail badly. And take 24 points of damage. I mean, we haven't seen this one from you before. What does it look like?
Yeah, it's like just a little bunch of little electrical static just charges the air around them, affecting their brains.
Awesome.
Kind of just explodes. And then I will use 2 sorcery points to wrong way. To cast lightning spark at the one on the left. Oh,
Okay.
this would be at disadvantage though,
Because he's in,
because he's so close, right?
yeah, melee range.
I'll just give it a try.
Okay.
Let's see. Yay.
Ooh,
I
nice hit. Go ahead, roll me up some damage.
8 lightning. I really don't want to be next to these guys, but then I'll take an opportunity attack if I move. How high are we?
You're pretty high at this point. I will say like 100 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's it. Okay. So if I jumped off the boat, I would slam into the ground before I can fly. That's what I was thinking. I guess I'll have to just.
You've got the fly spell on you.
Oh, wait. Sorry. When I cast a spell, I could use my my tempestuous magic, where it causes whirlwind gust around me, and I can move. I can move 10 feet. Which way can I go? This isn't working for me.
I mean, so Usmagera is to cast the fly spell on you, so you do have that ability to move off of the boat.
Oh,
if you
she
so
did.
choose.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
That was her turn when she cast
So
fly
then-
on you. So you've got a lot of speed if you
5,
want it.
10. So I will use that tempestuous magic, which doesn't cause opportunity attacks, and then I will fly
Right.
my remainder 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over here.
You've got 60 feet of flying
Oh,
speed.
60. Well, I don't need to go that far. Maybe I will. 5, 10. I'll just go up here. Okay.
Okay.
Gonna say maybe put something solid underneath you so that if she accidentally loses concentration, you don't just plummet.
Oh,
But you're cool.
yeah. We'll see what happens.
Living dangerously. I like it.
Yeah, have fun.
All right, Way. Knocked prone, floating in the sky.
He's gonna pantomime getting up. I'm getting knocked prone. Oh, you little shits. And
I'm
as
sorry.
much as I would like to keep these guys at bay, because I think I just saw them screw up Magnus pretty good.
Can I? I'm sorry. Sorry to disrupt you. Can I change where I moved? Because I forgot this lower boat was it was on the bottom of my map, and I forgot it was there. Can I just move on top of that boat?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that.
Moving through the train carts.
Choo choo.
Yeah, I'm gonna intervene because I don't want the 12-year-old to get mutilated.
Okay.
Let's start with the big guy first.
Okay.
No, that's not good. Second hit. That's better.
There you go. At first, you're just hit air, and then your second attack, you kind of realize where you need to hit, and you strike at the creature.
Let's try to stun this.
Okay, so
Oh,
7
yes.
slashing, and he needs a
Oosh.
con save. Oh, which he
It is
fails.
stunned.
Nice.
My con save is 14. I mean, not con save. My wisdom save or DC is 14. It is stunned.
Gotcha.
All right. Stun,
That's
and I'll
actually
flurry
perfect. My next turn.
I'll flurry of blows. Same
Okay.
guy with advantage. Does a 17
It-
hit?
It sure does.
Also, oh my god, I rolled so many ones. All right, that'll be 21 force total.
Nice. He's looking pretty rough.
That's me.
Okay. Lunara is going to. I'm going to try and use a new spell as well.
Ooh.
I am going to cast an Arcane Eruption. It's the new spell from the UA. It is a 20-foot radius sphere, which I'm pretty sure I can get both of those in quite easily.
Yeah.
Let's put that in the chat. I'm hoping it'll actually do the damage and not just the description. Output attack. Good. Yay. Roll it.
So make sure
At
it's
force.
not like Shatter where it damages inanimate object.
It's only each creature in the sphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be psychic damage, and they need to make me a
Cool.
dexterity saving throw.
All right. So I'm making those dex saves now. The DC is 17.
Yep.
Damage is 21. Nice.
Yep.
Damage on
Halved
save is
on
half.
a. Yep. Damage. Yep. Yep. And on a failed save, they will be incapacitated.
Nice. So the Myrmidon fails, the air elemental succeeds.
Yeah, because one of those dice was a 1, so I pick the incap off the table.
Okay.
Gives you a reason to
Nicely done.
actually want to get 1s on a d6 occasionally.
All right.
Okay, what do I think I will try. Oh, the Myrmidon auto fails because he's stunned.
Air elemental. But
Sorry, yeah, the air elemental automatically fails because he's stunned. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Oh, nice. Yeah, of
oh,
course.
good.
Hence why I was saying that was really nice for me because I was planning on casting that.
21. So he took.
He took 10, I assume.
Yeah. So I'm going to give him 11. And what?
Incapacitation.
He's going to be incapacitated too. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and then I will use 2 sorcery points to quicken cast a mind sliver. I think. Yeah,
Cool.
Do it.
Okay.
cast it. Why are you not cast? So intelligence saving throw, please. And
On which one?
2d6. The air elemental.
Oh,
That is a fail. So it
Is
will
it?
be DC
what's your
17.
DC? Oh,
17.
it says 16 down there.
Weird. No, it is 17. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's
Roll
give it
20
roll
does
20.
that sometimes. It's fine.
2d6.
Oh gosh, I think he's dead. I think this will do it.
7
Oh, it
points of fairy
does!
damage. Yeah.
And with that, the air elemental disappears into a cloud of cloud.
Worth it. Yeah. Make like a cloud and
Dissipate.
something. Make like a cloud and precipitate.
There
she
you go.
says. And then, yeah, I'll end my turn at that.
All right.
Done.
All right. I got this Myrmidon. I'm so sorry. Magnus, this has got to come at you again.
You got to roll to recharge.
I do,
Hmm.
but I get 3 flail attacks on him and he's stunned, so I get advantage on them. That's why I'm sorry.
Oh, he's
Was
stuck.
he not stunned until there?
The end of the Myrmidon's turn.
The
Yeah.
end of the Myrmidon's next turn. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrific.
It's like stunning strike.
Mm.
1, 2, 3. Oh god.
Fuck.
They all
We're going
hit.
to hit anyways.
Oh.
Even without stun.
Yeah.
20, 34.
I think I'm down. I will let you know in a second. So I'm bad at math. I am exactly at 0 hit points.
Ah,
Oh.
damn it.
Fuck. Actually, can I react to that third one when I see like it looks like he's about to take him down and do the silvery barbs?
Yes.
So make
And you
the
recharge. Oh, goodness.
yeah. Fuck me.
21 hits.
In the fuck. Okay, fine. It was worth a try.
Actually, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered anyways because they had advantage on all of them, so it still would have been a 23.
Well, no, because it's just making another d20
Oh,
and then choose
right.
the lower
Yes.
roll. It's not making the attack fully. It's just rolling another d20 and then using the lower of the 2.
Okay, Usmagaris is going to... I should set her spells so that I know how many she's got left. She's gonna do, I guess, Scorching Ray. And she's gonna go for the guy that is right next to Lunara here.
Mhm.
How many of these do I get?
3,
How
I
does-
think, at base. I think it's 3 at base.
Yes, so right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oops, 2. Why do I have these pluses?
I don't know.
You
Oh,
have the bless ticked on.
I have bless on for some reason. I will take that off.
Hmm.
Actually, I don't know how to take that off. I don't know what is going on. Okay, we'll just ignore it. We're ignoring it. Either way, everything except the last one is going to hit. So I've got 2 hits here.
Of course, it's gonna. You've got the usual problem of it docking more spell slots than it
Right.
should as well. Wonderful.
So it's minus 12. And I will fix her stats in a second. This guy is incapacitated, so he can't do anything. How long does that last? Is it until
Let me double check that.
the end of his turn or the end of yours?
End of my next turn.
Nice. Okay. Magnus, first death save, please.
He can also do an intelligence save, I guess, against my synaptic static.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Somebody got him
crap.
up. Somebody got him up.
Oh, that's 2 fails. Yep.
Is your synaptic static...
It's
Oh,
Very
will that
synaptic
potentially
static.
take off the incapacitated? Is that what that
It won't
does?
take off the incap.
no, he just rolls a D minuses a D6 from his attack rolls and Constitution saving throws and ability checks. But yeah,
What? Because of the synaptic static?
yeah. A target takes
The one that failed. The one that failed with the synaptic static is dead.
Oh,
They
the
both
other one.
failed.
Yeah, they both failed. That's what I
Oh,
thought. Yeah,
oh, they both
Yeah.
failed. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Because their thoughts are,
but they can
they're
they can save to resist the effects of synaptic static, can't they? Yeah.
Yeah, because for 1 minute their thoughts are muddled.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm rolling... Sorry, can you remind me what I need to
Intelligence
roll then?
save.
Intelligence, thanks.
Nope, didn't work.
Okay.
Alright.
So please remind me when it's his turn that I
I
need
will.
to take off that stuff because I have the memory of a sieve.
Yeah.
And it is your turn, Adriel.
All right, I will
Hey,
just throw a chromatic orb at him.
Cool. At which one? At the one to the north?
Yeah, the one to the north. Up there. Well, no, I guess the one to Lenara, next to Lenara.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh god, I'm so worried about Magnus.
17,
That is...
or 18.
Oh, 18.
18,
Thank
yeah,
God
'cause of
for
the
the
staff,
Staff of Amun-Re. Yeah, that is enough to hit him. Just.
Do I have to call? Yeah, I have to call if I wanted to do a higher spell slot before I cast it, right?
Generally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only 10 lightning damage. Okay, I will do 2 more sorcery points and shoot a spark at him.
Okay.
24. Oh my god, another 3. Wow. I'm so hurt. I'm like having a hard time focusing my powers. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Way.
All right, this guy's incapacitated next to me.
Sure
Which
is.
Fantastic. Come down
Yeah.
here. Fly down here. Or skywalk down here.
Skywalk.
I believe with, if I remember correctly, with I can actually just straight up do flurry of blows and my unarmed bonus strikes without having to do an attack first, which is very helpful.
Yes, I think.
You can only if you have that special ability. Otherwise, you need to make an attack roll.
I think it's from the monk.
UA8,
UA.
the new changes.
Oh. Yes. Okay.
UA8.
Please go ahead.
It just says I can make one bonus as a bonus action. It
Right,
does not
there's
need
no
to
more.
say I need to attack anymore.
Monk.
All right. Have at it.
All right. Well, I think I spent the flurry of blows already. Hey, that's good.
Nice.
Well, let's make one of those a stunning, shall we? I'll spend another one. So first one will be stunning with 15 force damage. DC 14. With Constitution save.
Oh dear.
That's a
Yeah.
fail.
So that makes your second one 21. Doesn't matter. It's 9 anyway.
Okay, for an extra 9. That is my bonus action. With my action, I am going to feed Magnus a potion of healing.
Awesome.
So I'll roll you that 2.
I believe we have some greater healing potions.
I have 6 left after spending this one. Don't really need to spend a greater one at the moment.
Yeah, we've got three greater healing potions in the bag.
Yeah, well, Magnus, you're up 4.
Nice.
Look. Feed him like a baby. Cradle him in my arms. That's my turn.
4 more than I had.
Okay, Lenara, seeing you like back on your feet, seeing Wei sorting that out, is going to kind of you see her kind of like sigh of relief a little bit, and then she is going to use Vortex Warp to move you over kind of this way, to just put you out of harm's way.
Oh, cool.
Just like looks down at you, says, "Let's get you out of harm's way," and then just pushes you over there. And then
before you go on, we haven't. You've always vortex warped yourself. You've never vortex warped.
I have vortex warped others. Well, it's always another creature. Vortex warp is always another creature. I have Blessing of the Raven Queen. I have Blessing of the Raven Queen for
that's
myself.
what I'm thinking of. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So Magnus has been through this before.
Small
What
body.
horrors
You've
of
seen me do it to other people.
what horrors of the warp am I exposed to?
Yeah, exactly.
You go through like a patch of the Shadowfell, so it's like dark and cool and relaxing for a second or two, and then you just kind of land back on the surface. If you're unwilling, I think you can make a con save, but I kind of hope you'd be willing to go for the.
That's a really good question. I don't know if he
You'd
would
have
be
long
willing.
enough to hear her say,
It's-
"Let's get you out of harm's way."
I think I'm gonna make the save because I don't think he
Okay.
wants to go.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Please don't waste my spell slot. But fuck you.
Oh, he stays in place.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
smart.
sorry. Like as a player, I'm really sorry to do that, but I don't think Magnus wants to. Like this is his job. He's here to take hits.
She just like she sees you like resist the spell and just stops everything else and just uses the rest of her action. Just looks at you and kind of goes, "I'm trying to help, buddy." End of turn.
Sorry.
Awesome.
I
I
wanna
just
do-
picture her giving him like a little kick as well.
Yeah.
Sorry. Before my turn ended, could I have moved back to where I was before?
Yes, of course.
Because I know this guy's gonna come.
Yeah, he is no
Cut me
longer
out, too.
stunned. He is no longer incapped now
He's
that
no
my
longer-
turn is.
Oh, right. Let's remove
And the
that
kid is still in
completely.
danger, so I wanna.
Mhm.
Okay, and he is going. Well, I mean, Wei, you put yourself there. He's going for you.
Yep.
That's the one that's stunned.
No, it's the one next
Turn.
to me. That's.
Oh
back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the stunned one's
That's
turn.
stunned.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, this guy still has a synaptic static on him though, so he's got D6s off of his attack rolls. Is that right, Seb?
No. You're
the stunned
it's
one is
the
not
stunned
synaptic
one's,
static.
and it's the stunned one's turn now.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm an idiot. Sorry. Yes, it's
No,
it's
it's
not
okay.
the someone's turn. He entered. It's Magars. Is going to. I think she's gonna Scorching Ray again.
Nice.
Nice. And those
One more.
are at advantage because he's stunned.
One more attack.
3, right?
You get 3. Yeah, you did 2.
No, I did 3.
So
Oh, I see
21.
3. Yeah, okay, I saw 2 for some reason, and then a third one just magically
It
appeared.
might not have popped up right
Mm.
away. All right. That is
Ow.
some damage that I will
Mm.
take, and I will end her turn so that the next one, it's an air myrmidon, so I still got to do this. 8, 16,
So this is the one that's
21.
at -d6.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one that's at -d6.
Yep.
It's actually his turn now. So he is going to try
Yep.
and strike Way.
Sure.
Seb, do you want to just roll me 3d6s and I will just remove them from these attacks?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Whew.
Well, the 17 will not hit. The other two
2,
will.
1, 2.
So the 19 turns into an 18. Will that still hit you?
Yeah, I'm 17.
Okay, and the 23 turns into, yeah, so those last two, unfortunately, are still going to hit.
It's fine. Hold on. I'm gonna actually. Oh, this is force. Ah, shit! I can't deflect it yet. Yet. All right. So let me have
Okay,
it.
so he's going to do that, and he's also going to use his lightning strike
Okay.
for an extra.
Can't say. Dude, how much damage did Magnus take on that way? Only
He got,
took like
I think
30.
it was,
I got
yeah, it was
20
like,
from the lightning.
Can't
yeah,
save.
it was a lot. Con save.
Oh man.
Ah.
Almost. Alright, that's fine.
Is it
Oh,
bad that I'm
almost fine.
satisfied that I'm finally doing this back to you? That will end his turn. Magnus. Prone on the boat, refusing to go.
Yeah, Magnus is going to use half his movement to stand up,
Okay.
and he'll pat Lunara on the shoulder and be like, "That's why I'm here, last." And I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh, cool. Okay. I will
As an
drag it in,
action,
move it where you want it.
sorry, put it right there. I guess it'll swing at the stunned one.
Do you want to roll again to see if it has
Oh yeah, sorry, I have to click the thing twice, don't I?
Oh wait, did Wade go yet? No.
No.
So he's still stunned.
Yeah, I'm still.
Okay, so not a crit, but go ahead and roll up your damage for that. All right, nice.
As an
So-
action, I am going to channel Divinity for the Twilight Sanctuary. And then I am going to Action Surge.
Okay.
Sorry, just trying to update my sheet as I do all of this so I don't
Yeah,
forget.
no worries.
And as an action, I am going to cast. I need clarification. I've cast a spell as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still cast a spell using Action Surge, or does it have to be a
No.
cantrip?
It can only be a cantrip. You could cast 2 level spells as actions if one of them was action surged, but you can't do a spell
Action.
as a bonus action and an action.
In that
like a
case,
level
I
spell.
won't Action Surge. I will save it.
Well, if you.
I
Well,
believe.
yeah, you haven't done your action yet, though.
I have
His
Channel
action was-
Divinity's an action.
Was
Oh,
that?
right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real pain. But yes, so
Yeah.
I
Oh.
will not Action Surge. So that will be my turn. And I will
Wait,
Okay.
can't you actually do that? Action surge spells?
It's
You can do
because
2
I
level
did
spells, I think.
Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action. I should have done a spell and then Action Surge and done another spell and saved Spiritual Weapon for the next turn. But
Oh, okay.
it is what it is.
We all get
And,
the hit points, right?
anybody within 30 feet of me, yes, gets temporary hit points at the end of their turn.
Okay.
All right. So I will fly. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. 35. And then I will say, I'll show you a lightning strike. And I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt at a higher level. At this guy up here.
Oh, nice. So he's got a dex save to make.
-6. No, never mind. Attack rolls and ability
Oh.
checks.
Doesn't
failed
matter. He
that.
rolled a 5 for 25 points damage. Nicely done. Oh, that's 52, not 25. All right.
Oh, he's still up. Okay. And
These
then
guys are tough.
I guess I'll do the same. I'll use 2 more sorcery points and do a lightning spark at him.
Okay.
20
That
for
was a hit.
16 lightning damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Good round, Seth. He's starting to look really rough.
Okay. That's mine. Oh, don't I? Oh, no, I don't get him.
Anyway, he's
Stunned.
stunned this round.
But I have some temporary hit points now.
Yes. Which is equal to 5 plus cleric level.
It's 12
Okay.
total.
12. Okay. Okay. Lunara is like you can see she's very not happy with you, and she is going to use her bonus action to Gift of the Raven Queen over here. Just like this is a we will have words about this later expression you're getting from her.
Oh, by the way, the Myrmidon is no longer stunned at the start of my turn.
Oh, right. Thank you. Yes.
And then I will Eldritch Blast the of the two I can see which one looks the most hurt.
And that would be the one to the north. He's
The one to the
more
north.
orangey, leaning to red.
They change color too?
the aura.
Okay, I'll try and blast this one then since Wei is stunned in front of it.
Okay.
So let's do 2 Eldritch Blasts. Please. Fucking, which one do I roll for Eldritch Blast? Gib.
Hit.
22, 21 and 22. Cool. Okay. For 10 and 12.
Oh. He is still up, but looking really rough.
Okay.
He's like a
and I'm
little
going
whisper of a
to-
breeze.
Quoth will kind of interfere with this one, like just buzz at it, try and get the help action.
Okay, cool.
And that will be my turn.
All right.
Oh,
he
and I
is-
get those temporary hit points.
And get those temporary hit points, yeah. He's gonna swing at Magnus. First attack, 21 to hit.
What is your AC, Magnus?
I think it's 20. Hits.
I'm gonna have to try this. I'm going to I'll use my reaction to do the silver barbs.
Okay.
Use a spell slot for it this time. Give
So-
advantage to Wei. So it does the
Okay.
d20 again. Oh, fuck's sake.
It's
Okay, yeah,
11 to
20,
hit.
21 hits. Yeah.
Okay, so 5 force damage, which is enough to take out Magnus. Oh no, you've got temporary hit
My
points.
temporary hit points.
Yep.
Still alive somehow.
All right, here is round 2. 15 will not hit.
Nope.
Nor
Neither
will a
will
17. And damn it, I forgot to use my lightning strike. I forgot he had that back. So that will end his turn. Ismagaris. She is going to. I think she's going to stick with Scorching Ray. She's going to do the one to the north that is in front of Wei. The first one is going to miss. I don't know why Bless is on. I don't know how to take it off because she's got an NPC sheet. I don't know what is happening. So we're just going to ignore all the four.
Yeah.
Look at my rolls.
Hmm.
12 is gonna miss, and the 9 is gonna miss.
She's
So
panicking at the moment.
yeah, she's scared. She saw Magnus go down. She's afraid. And it is this Myrmidon's turn. He is going to, of course, strike at Way.
Mhm.
1, 2,
2 hits.
3. So that'll be 2 hits on Way.
And
10 and 11.
we have 1. Oh, what the hell? Hold on.
Oh, temporary hit points?
It didn't minus my 10 hit points. 21 and 12, so I only take 9 real damage.
Oh, wow, the dice roller is slow right now. Please ignore those rolls. Okay, nicely done. You are no longer stunned, Way.
Oh,
And Magnus.
Okay, I think I'm going to start with we're gonna cast Inflict Wounds on the one in front of me.
Okay.
You have advantage
I'm
on the
going-
attack roll.
I'm going to upcast it. Screw it. I'm going 3rd level.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a hit.
Ooh.
Good roll.
33. Fucking hell.
good roll, good roll.
That hurts. It doesn't quite kill him, but man, does it put him in the danger zone.
I'm gonna swing the spiritual weapon. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Take an action to swing the
concentration.
spiritual weapon.
Oh,
No,
bonus
it's
action.
bonus action.
Bonus action.
Yep, and it's not concentration.
Trying to think what's the best use of my bonus action. My second wind, or
I mean,
I'm
getting
gonna
rid of
swing
it
the-
would be ideal,
I'm gonna swing the spiritual weapon at it.
Okay.
because we've all got turns before it does. So if you don't finish it, we can.
Swing the spiritual weapon. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
6.
Oh no!
Still up, eh?
It had 7.
Just did it at 7.
I am going to. Feels like such a waste to action surge for this, but
Yeah, you save it just in case.
Yeah, save it.
The rest of us go afterwards.
all right.
Yeah, we've all
yeah,
got
I
turns.
guess
We'll secure this.
Unless we
I
all
will save.
somehow just absolutely roll 1s, every single one.
I'll save my action surge then, and I will just take my temporary hit points.
Okay.
All right, Adria, both of these guys look very badly wounded. Like a strong breeze could knock them both over.
Okay, so I will do quicken spell. No, twin spell. Spend 1 sorcery point and shoot a lightning spark at each of them.
Okay.
First one on top. 22.
Is a hit.
17 lightning damage.
Roll the
Also-
next one, and then you can describe how they die together. Yes! I mean, you don't even need to roll damage.
Okay, 7.
He only had 1 hit point left.
So that-
Describe that.
I mean, it's just my magic simple. So yeah, like just I shoot a lightning spark at them, and it just dissipates them. It's in their,
Awesome.
I guess armor would just fall, or is their armor part of them? I'm not. It's up to you. But yeah,
I've never really thought about it. I think they're technically wearing plate armor. I'm gonna say it's part of them. I like that idea.
yeah. And they
Hardened
just
cloud.
disperse, yeah, into puffs of air.
Awesome. Yeah. Leave that smell of ozone behind.
Mhm.
For some reason, I'm
and,
just picturing armor that's made out of like basically ice around this cloud. It's just super cooled the moisture in the cloud and turned it into plate armor.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
It's exactly what happened.
when they die. Yeah. sublimates even.
Ooh, good word.
Perhaps
Yeah.
moving forward, we should all spread out between the two boats.
Might be an idea.
So-
Usmagaris comes over and she just like gives you a hug, Magnus, and she says, "I was very
Aw.
afraid for you."
Oh, no need to be afraid. Surrounded by strong people. They won't let me stay down for long.
And she sort of like nods, and you can see like she's got tears in her eyes, and she sort of goes over and holds Adriel's hand and says, "Let's go find the city, brother."
yes, let's.
And let's us as people take a break. I'm sorry that our break is so late into the game today. I should have probably paused that combat and given us a bit of a break in between, but I thought we were going to get to the end of it quicker than we were. So let's take our 10 now. We'll meet at 5 past the hour, and then we'll spend the last 20 minutes wrapping up, getting you guys to the city.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right then. See you guys in a little bit. one bit of it I really fucking hated was painting, but I finally had the drive to do it recently. So I just posted a picture of the first model I
Wow.
painted in 20-ish years.
Damn,
It's not
turned out really
finished
well.
yet. It needs some work on it. It needs some like shading and some highlights, but
That is so good. I
It really
love
is
doing stuff
good.
like that, and I'm so bad at it.
I'm not great at it either, to be honest. That's quite messy. For in actual like looking at it in person, it's a little messy, but
Yeah, if you hold it an inch from your face, I'm sure you could find
Yeah.
the discrepancies. But when you're looking at it 3 feet away on the table, surrounded by 100 other ones, it's fine.
well, yeah, true. Yeah.
I think it looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
it looks
Yeah,
really good.
that's
Thank
so
you.
cool.
The only problem I had with it is that the paints that I've got from when I last bought Warhammer from someone, this army needs a lot of metal coats on stuff. And the one paint of the ones that he gave me that is cottage cheese is the metal paint. So I can't fucking use it. So I've got to stall my painting until I get some more of that paint.
That's
Well, I mean, that's
amazing.
not true. If you really wanted to, you could go with the non-metallic metal paint job and hate your life.
Well, I'm quite limited. Yeah, I'm limited on what paints I have, and I can't really afford to go out and buy more. So
Ah,
They're
fair.
so expensive, those things.
yeah,
Like those
thankfully I
paints.
got vouchers from for my birthday. So I ordered a load of paints from the Games Workshop, but of course they've closed their warehouse for 2 weeks for stock taking or something.
I'm gonna say inventory time,
And
isn't it?
yeah, for inventory, and so they haven't sent it out to me. I ordered on the 25th, and
wow.
they still haven't even sent it out yet. And they don't open up again until the 3rd, so I can fuck myself until the 3rd apparently.
Jeez.
Yay!
Fun.
Yeah, but I think we're all back now.
Yeah, we are. So yeah, let's get back into it. Oh, by
Yeah.
the way, I did some research on break. You guys are
Mhm.
correct regarding the reactions. It's only surprise rounds that you can't take the
Yeah.
reaction until your turn. So I have been doing that wrong. So thank you for correcting me. And we will do it the correct way moving forward.
Awesome.
I love it when I
Well,
find like little rules points like that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Mm.
Alrighty, so having defeated these air elementals that are flying through this area, you're beginning to realize that this is probably a fairly dangerous place. The team is pretty beat up. I think Lunar is the only one who didn't get hit in that encounter, and the bird.
I
Weirdly.
think I took a hit, but I got thingy points, temporary
But you
hit
just
points
used
that
shield,
covered
didn't
up
you?
for it.
Right.
Then why was I not at full hit points? Because I was at 55, or I would have been at 55. I'm confused. I'm very confused now.
All right. Well, we won't overly worry about it here.
Yeah, but no, I don't
So
think I took a hit.
so with you guys having defeated these creatures, I will get rid of them. Do you want to spend any time resting, recovering before we move things along?
I think we probably should try and at least take a short rest for you guys to
Yeah,
get
I
a
agree.
little bit rested.
2 of us are very low.
Yeah.
So you guys can, if you don't want to risk running into any other creatures, you guys can tie yourselves up to one of the rocks here, and take a little bit of a rest. You will not be interrupted, so go ahead and short rest your characters. I think Smagaris might use one of her hit die. She gets 3 hit points back.
Anybody off the top of their head know what die you use for a cleric versus a fighter?
Cleric is D8, fighter is D10.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm rolling the right ones.
Yeah, so you should have 2 D10s and the rest D8s
Yeah.
if you're a fighter, yeah.
Don't use all of it. You only get half back on a long rest.
Yeah. Is it half up or half down?
Everything's always half down, so
Get
Yeah.
4 back. I'm rolling 4.
Let's. I will probably spend 1. I'm just going to take away my temporary hit points. See how many I was on. Yeah, I was on 48. I'm sure I got hit from something, so I'm going to use a hit dice.
And
Let's
then
use
anybody who's been hurt and is still hurting, gather up,
That's
and
5.
I'm going to use Prayer of Healing.
Oh, nice.
I'm a little hurt, so I could get closer.
Yeah, I mean, it goes
Yeah.
all the way around, so...
Mhm.
This Magaros will take some of that too.
Terrible, but there you go. 2 1s.
that's
So
right.
that's 6 each.
I am... Yep, 6 hit points each. I am rolling just fire today, guys.
Wow. Oh well. But I think that's per tick, isn't it? In Prayer of Healing.
Mm,
Or is it?
It's only 1 tick.
it's only one. It's
Oh,
not
that's a
it's not
different
when you're
one I'm
thinking
thinking of,
of
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about Aura Vitality,
Yes.
which
That's
I
not what I was
highly
thinking of either.
recommend. I highly recommend you prepare that, Chris. It's really good. For
I
an
think
out of combat spell.
I've got it. It's actually prepared, too, because it's a domain spell for me.
Oh, should be using.
I mean, I was unconscious for most of that fight, so... I was
No, you can use
stunned
that-
and
you
then
can use-
unconscious.
You can use it out of combat.
Oh, okay.
So that means you can concentrate up to the full minute, which gives you 20d6 to dole out as you see fit.
That will leave me with 1/3 level spell left. I mean, that's probably good use of it. Yeah, why not? I'll cast
No,
that.
you can save
No,
it
you
now.
don't. We don't need it now.
No,
Save it for later.
I'm almost full up. I'm a little bit away from full up.
All right.
Well, I mean a little
I
bit.
am-
I mean about 18 hit points.
I
but-
am half. I'm feeling about half strength today.
Do you want to use one of the greater healing potions?
Now, save that for
No. All right.
the
We'll
next
save
time I
it if
get
someone
knocked
goes
down.
down. You save it if someone goes down. Yeah. Okay.
Back at
All
it.
right. So let's get another check, please, from Magnus as you continue moving forward. The rocks and boulders get larger and larger and larger. You start to see some that are like the size of islands. You can see the remains of buildings on top of some of them, broken walls, all kinds of things. And it's thick and fast now with all of the rocks. So let's get another check, please, with your vehicle. Land vehicle.
Oh.
I should not be rolling anything anymore today. It's all ones here.
Oh dear. You're steering and you just can't avoid some of the rocks, and you go around a large boulder trying to avoid hitting it, and unfortunately you don't see that there is another boulder just on the other side of it, and your boat is going to take some damage. 6 points of damage to the hull of your ship. That is not enough to stop it from floating, but it is weakened, and that could present problems later on, especially if it does take any more damage.
I'm going to
That's
suggest
gonna be-
maybe Way take over piloting this ship.
I don't know how to sail a boat.
You've been riding in it long enough. I'm sure you figured it out.
Well, like me to stuff.
Because you're good at it. Everything's blurry for me today.
All right, move over.
Now I can
all
backseat
right.
drive too with my. I've actually rolled 5 1s today.
You're just
I mean,
doing super well.
You rolled 4 ones in a row just now.
Yep.
Statistically
So
speaking, you're very lucky.
Wei, let's get a roll from you, please. It will be a dexterity-based roll, and I don't think you have proficiency in the vehicle, so it'll just be a straight up dex roll.
So 1d20 plus 5, which is the same shit as Magnus anyway. Actually, it's better than Magnus, technically.
Exactly.
Why the hell wasn't I doing this?
Because Magnus is the pod racer.
Oh, God.
7.
No.
All right, who's next to take a shot?
Wei, you take it, you move the boat, it goes it's a little titchier than you're used to working with. It doesn't have the same kind of slow movement that it would in the water.
Because we're holding these 3 in the back. They're weighing it down.
And the boat is taking some more damage, which Roll20 is rolling super slow for me right now. Ooh, 8 points of damage.
Why you gotta roll full for this shit, man?
That brings us to 14. Okay, so at this point, your ship is considerably slower. It is not moving as well. It is harder to maneuver, and it will probably need some repairs.
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna use the wood from that canoe to repair this one.
Or is there somewhere for the mast of this canoe to go into the other canoe?
Yeah.
Do both fly? Do we have 2 flying?
Well,
Yeah,
what I was going
both
to
of
say
them
is
fly,
we
it's just the other one
both can
can't
fly,
propel
yeah.
himself.
So what I'd suggest is we take the other canoe. We take the mast from this one, put it in the other canoe, and break this one up for repair parts for the other one if we need it.
It's already all right. Fine. It's already busted up.
Okay, so you guys find yourselves a large floating island to land on. The rock that you find to land on is big. This is one of the biggest ones you've found yet, and not only does it have the ruins of what looks like an old fence, like a stone wall kind of deal, it's also got a stream that
Oh.
flows across it and down off of it. Weirdly, you're not sure where the water comes from. The water just sort of starts.
Oh.
It's bubbling up from a spring or something like that from this island, but then the stream sort of flows through and the water flows down off in like a waterfall off of it. And because of this water, there's actually greenery up here. There are some plants. There's even a couple of trees growing. It's very strange. But it is a perfect place for you to stop, take a bit of a break, bash up your one boat, repair, put the sail and the rudder into the boat that you found in the sand, and you are now you've only got the one canoe now, but it is fully functional. That takes a little bit of time, but fortunately, because you are flying, you don't have to worry about like resting during the hot part of the day or anything like that, and you're able to travel a little bit longer, and you do. And it is not much longer before you come across the cursed city itself.
That's not ominous.
How cool is this picture? I was looking all over the place for pictures, and then I found this one. I was like, that is exactly the vibe I want. The only thing that is not quite right is there are not these bridges spanning between the clumps.
It's all individual floating islands.
It's all individual floating things. It doesn't look like it has been lived in since being broken up, and they're not connected. But there are sort of statues, and there are buildings, and there are these waterfalls that are falling down. It's pretty incredible. It's beautiful and eerie and ominous is a great word to see as you approach this place. And you start kind of making your way through. As you fly, it's weirdly quiet, although there are signs of some animal life. There are birds that are flying around here. You do see some small creatures, probably like rodents, little mice and things running around. Nothing super large. Um, and uh, and yeah, it's pretty incredible. And much like these other things that you've been seeing, it kind of just looks like these rocks were just sort of flung up into the air and then have just sort of frozen in time. And there are some buildings that are mostly intact. There are some buildings that are destroyed, but it's really quite incredible.
Hmm.
Can I please get perception checks from everyone in the party?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
I
all
had
of you.
guidance turned on.
Sorry, what's that? Oh, that's
So-
okay. That's
sorry,
fine.
I had guidance turned on, so you can subtract
No
the
worries.
2.
I'll just take the 14. Yeah. You guys look around you, and one of the things that everyone in the group sees, because you all rolled pretty well, uh,
Oh.
is that there are some signs of something else. There are these holes that appear in some of the rocks. Large, round holes. They almost look man-made. They're so perfectly spherical. And they seem to go like through sections, and you sort of see them like almost like cave entrances throughout some of the larger islands that are floating. The other thing, Lunara, you see just kind of out of the corner of your eye, you think you see a person walking down one of the ruined streets, but then when you kind of turn and look back, it's gone.
Huh. I thought I saw someone. Maybe not. Curious. Be on your guard here, I guess.
Right, does anybody
Be
know
on
where
our
the
guard.
entrance is?
Be on our guard in the cursed city.
Yes.
Noted.
Yes.
I'm with Way. See if we can find the entrance to this
Hmm.
hellhole and retrieve this gem.
Gonna go through
Look
customs.
for look for a temple, I guess. I don't know where to. Can I do some kind of check to see what I can think of as like an idea of like where we might start looking from what I know of the cursed city?
Sure, go ahead, give me a history check.
Okay. Advantage or normal?
Advantage.
History. 19.
Nice. Yeah, so you are aware that in many cities, most cities, that the more important a building is, the more central it tends to be to
Okay.
the center of the city. So probably moving inwards would be where the important buildings are. That might give you some ideas of where to look.
Okay.
You can also see, based on this, that the closer you get to the center, as whatever the center of this is, there are more and more larger pieces of rock. You kind of went from these pebble-sized pieces into what you're
Sure.
looking at now. And so yeah, just moving inward is probably the wisest
Okay.
choice.
I'll relay out to the group then. Yeah, center of the city, I guess.
Right, right. So, wait. What's this? Which is the center?
The middle bit. We're on the outside. Keep going the way we were going.
But they're all the middle bit.
Lenara kind of points in a direction. Just that way, please.
All right, that's better.
As we move through the city, I am going to be not helpful to the main objective, and instead I am going to cast Locate Object and see if I can find Way's book.
Interesting. Yeah. You 1,000 feet. As you get closer and closer to the center of the city, you use your locate object spell, and you can feel the book. There's a book here. At least a book that seems to match the description of what Way has described. And you kind of feel a tug that is pulling you towards a building that looks to be like a great library.
I definitely just kind of walk up, because I'm assuming Way is steering the boat. I walk up to Way and I just walk up, put my hand on the rudder, and jerk it in the direction of where I want to go, and just say, "Detour."
What are you doing?
I think I might have a lead on your book in the library. And I just point.
Oh.
Lenara's eyes light up at this. You are temporarily forgiven.
But what is it?
Well, I don't know. I got 10 minutes, so we got to hustle to this library.
This thing can't get any faster.
Magnus just starts eyeing gear.
Would you like to paddle?
If we hook that off the side, it might go faster. I don't know.
You guys start moving in the direction of a large building that it does look library shaped. It is a massive stone building. This is built in the style of very similar to the types of buildings that you would have seen down in the Lost City, except this one looks like it was made by architects who knew what they were doing instead of a bunch of crazy people. And so the building it's pretty incredible. It looks old. And interestingly, there are these, as you sort of come closer down, you see something happen to part of the building. The building is completely in ruins. Not completely in ruins, but it's a ruined building. It's got walls and everything, but you can see damage to it. It's very old, hasn't been repaired in a long time. But then there's almost like this, I don't want to say bubble, that's not quite the right word, but bubble that sort of shimmers and floats across. And as it does, and floats into a section of the building looks brand new and repaired. And you see a person walking next to the building, and then as this shimmering mass moves away, the building is back to what it was, and the person is no longer there.
Huh.
And I think that is where we're going to save game.
Okay.
And we will pick up here next week is the 8th. Does everyone get to play that day?
Should be fine by me.
It's not half an hour left. Are we just ending?
Oh, we do. Why do I always think that we?
So like, is there something going on?
Get rid of all of us.
Yeah,
all of my other games end at half past the hour. And for some reason, I always think that this one, I'm like, yep, it's half past the hour. It's time to end the game. No, it is not. So, yeah, let's keep going. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, Magnus will just point at the bubble that went by and go, time bubble.
I see. You see
I'll
them
just-
often?
I mean, judging by my communications with the man upstairs, that's how we're gonna find Way's book.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we can find a way to control one of those things, but
I just want to say that I don't want to be trapped 1,000 years in the past.
you know, I hadn't really thought about that. It'll be interesting to see what happens if one of us gets into the bubble. Can we then get back out, or do we have to like keep speed with the bubble to be able to get back out?
Can you send Quoth into it?
I potentially could. I don't know if he could carry the book. I don't know how big and how heavy it is.
Oh,
It's
that
about
big.
yay big.
Well,
And I
just-
just kind of like
just-
gesture.
I was more
It's not
interested to
supposed
see
to
if
be
he can
that
come
big.
back out.
Oh, you want me to send him into one? I'd rather not risk losing him quite so early. I know I can get him back on a short rest, but like he's useful at the moment. I'd rather keep hold of him for now.
Right, so we just hitch up the boat and go into the derelict library.
I mean, I think that's probably the
Okay.
best bet. We kind of
So
walk
what's
it, try to
next?
avoid the time bubbles as much as possible until we figure out what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure we park this thing somewhere away from like where the bubbles are going through.
And maybe everybody pick up like a pebble or something, and if one of those bubbles goes by, throw the pebble in, see what happens.
Is that really a good idea? What if you throw the rock and it hits someone 1,000 years in the past, and they get really angry at you?
Well, then it was
What are
meant
they
to
gonna
happen.
do?
It was
They're dead.
fate. We are just agents of fate.
Okay, you
What are they
can't
gonna do
say.
about it? They're
Okay,
long dead.
all right, love. First of all, you can't say that. Well, they're dead now. We can't say that for sure.
I mean,
Right.
they'd already be dead now because it would have already happened. We're
But we
walking a
don't know if
predetermined path.
we don't know if every single person is already dead, right? Because if you throw it at the wrong person, they
Well,
might.
don't throw it at a person then. Just
they might
throw it at
have
the
a
ground with
vendetta.
the bubble.
Just don't aim for an elf. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's 1,000 years.
We've seen older. We've seen older dead people, the undead.
Can you imagine like going to the effort to become a lich just because someone threw a pebble at you? Like that's a lot of effort.
Maybe
to go
that's how Calicatharius showed up. Maybe
maybe.
he's here because we pissed him off by throwing a pebble at him through the bubble.
through. But for the logic of causality, we have to do it again. Otherwise, we'll cause a time
Otherwise, it won't
paradox.
happen. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's, like I said, anything
So-
we do is predetermined now. So
So
just do
what I'm
exactly
saying
what feels right.
Look,
is we
listen,
have to
you're-
throw a firework through one of these holes.
You're throwing a lot of big words at me, and because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Let's just go inside the bloody library.
I give just Usmagaris a look, like mortals.
she rolls her eyes back at you. Okay. So you tie up your canoe and you start making
Let's
your
do the
way
outer-
through.
You know, the outer edge. Just find like a little pillar somewhere. And just do a nice little knot.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring you over onto a map here. So bear with me.
Congratulations, Chang. You're in out of context again.
Not original, it's from a movie, by the way.
Ah, well,
I was gonna say I
it-
recognize that from a movie. I just can't remember which one.
I-
Or your
I-
virgin.
All right, I have not seen, so I'm taking it as original.
But it fits
Okay.
but it fits way.
So you find a spot. There's a convenient pillar that's knocked over right here. That seems like a good place to tie up your
Mhm.
canoe. Oh my God, words are hard, guys.
Mhm.
And there is this pillar does have some engravings on it if you find that of interest.
Yeah.
It-
Lunara
dice
will
here?
take a look at them.
It is in an ancient language. It is not Sinadaician, although it seems to be related to it. It's close enough that you guys can read it, but it is not. Uh, um, It's not an exact match for
Mhm.
Sinadaician.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
There is an inscription, and the inscription reads as this. I'm going to put it in chat for you. I'll read it to you as I type it. Star is hidden from sunlight by the sun. 4 tests must ye pass. Yes, it uses ye. Before, or I have to type it because I don't have a PDF that has the words in it. Before it shines forth. From the gods, their gifts seek. Cleanliness is next to godliness. When ye have a friends, really hard to type and talk at the same time. Oh, Friend apostrophe S. Tears. The fiery gift and the hawk's wings. Carry ye the oh my god, 14 golden links to bridge. Only then can mortals hear the chimes, and then may the star
Jesus Christ, there's a whole essay on this thing.
light the way.
It goes all the way down the pillar.
Let me just fix some spelling mistakes I made here. Turns out fiery and 14 were wrong. All right.
Wow, Pillar, I didn't ask for your life story, but thank you, I guess.
Meanwhile, Magnus is like standing there tapping his foot, going like, "Come on, come on."
Okay. Thanks, Pillar, I guess. Well, okay. Do we have an idea of...
You
So
also
this-
notice another smaller inscription underneath.
Okay.
And
What do you say, small inscription?
it says this.
Chad was here.
I'm not even
Well,
going
I'm
to
starting to
dignify
wonder
that
if
as a
that's
response.
time warp
So
fuckery.
it actually
Did you
says
leave a
that.
note for yourself?
Yeah, it actually says that.
Did you go back in time and leave a note for yourself on the pillar?
Why would I say you're welcome, Lunara, in a note?
No, you're welcome. Signed, Lunara.
Oh,
Wait, was it sign Lunara or comma Lunara?
I mean, it's comma,
Lunara.
but
Perhaps.
syntax.
Comma,
Who cares? We got like 8 minutes left on this spell, guys. Come on.
Well, it seems we'll be going
okay,
back
let's
in
follow your
time.
directions. Yep. Let's follow your directions then.
Okay.
They had proper toilets back in the day.
As you guys are discussing the toilets of ancient times, the ground under your feet begins to vibrate. Shake.
Huh.
Rattle and roll.
Lunara kind of tries to move away from, if she can, well, spreads out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, probably a good idea to take up positions and prepare for a fight. Magnus has heard the tales of ye old tremors, so he's going to find something to hop on top of.
Lunara's going to sit herself on top of this.
Okay.
I cast mage armor.
Probably a
Uh,
really good idea. Okay.
Are these places around us just normal buildings, not the actual library itself?
That's correct. The library is sort of just on the other side of this thingy here.
Okay. And are the roofs intact?
Most of these ones, no. There's one over here that has an intact. Oh no, that's a floor. Nope, none of the roofs are intact.
Down.
You could hop on the walls though. They're thick enough that you could stand on them reasonably if you're looking for some
Yeah,
height
sure.
advantage.
I'll run up the walls.
Okay.
It's my new ability. Not even flying this time. I straight up just pop, 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 pop.
Awesome. Do you take any particular position, Adriel, or are you gonna happy where you are?
I stay with Usmagaris, but I mean, I'll prepare a lightning spark.
Okay. You prepare a lightning spark. The trembling gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and suddenly a creature appears from out of the ground. It's a maw creating a large hole.
Oh,
Ah.
right.
Great.
Is it
Usmagaris,
throw
we
a
should have
worm
known.
at us? We're not even full up.
Everybody rolling it.
This is just cruel and unusual punishment.
What am I missing here? Magnus?
Sorry, I was looking at spells, trying to figure out how I'm dealing with this problem. Seriously considering banishment.
That would be a good option.
I need to
Okay.
survive the first round and not be stun locked, so we'll see what happens.
The good news is the purple worm goes last. It appears
Mm.
it has rows of gaping teeth that are churning. It's eating all of the ground around it, and it kind of comes up. It seems to have been attracted by your footsteps, and it's sort of flailing around. Way, what do you do?
Oh boy. These are big in me. Well, this looks big in me, but I have
It
no idea what a
actually
purple. What?
might be even bigger.
Should be 3x3.
Okay, yeah, 3x3. There we go. Okay, what are you gonna do?
Well, because Wade doesn't know what the hell a purple worm is or what it can do, he's just gonna go at it like any other monstrous creature they've faced before.
Okay.
Hop down and just go at it. All
Okay.
right. 28, I'm sure will hit.
It will.
I don't like that hesitation there. Well, what do you mean?
Sorry, the Roll20 is doing a thing where it's not putting the armor class on my tokens anymore, and
Okay.
so I just had to go in and double check. But yes, a 28
Sure.
is a hit.
I will attempt a stunning strike. Hopefully you roll a 1.
Okay, so 11 points of damage.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Con save. I
That was
mean,
actually close. It's a
Mm.
little bit off. It was a little bit off.
I'm sorry, I think it's supposed to be even bigger. Gargantuan's 4x4.
Yeah, gargantuan.
that's what I was wondering. Yeah, we'll make it there. That's better. That looks more like a purple worm.
It looks much more terrifying.
All right. I'm sure 12 will not hit.
Yeah, you're correct.
Let's see, what should I do? Let me just look at my options real quick. The last thing I want to do is get any. It's probably gonna chase me now because I'm the one that hit it. So, all right, I'll risk it. bonus action. I do
Okay.
9 force. And with my movement, I have mobile, which means I can just, as long as I do an attack, I'm going to get back up on that wall. Scale right
Okay.
on top of that wall again. me.
Usmagaris
I say-
is only little.
I say hi to
Sorry, what you said?
Smagaris.
Yeah, I
Uh,
say, get away there, sweetheart.
I think she
Oh.
will take you up on that, and she is going to run.
Or can I say, tell her to climb up on my back?
Yeah?
Yeah, I say climb up on my back.
She climbs up on your back, and she whispers in your ear, "Should I try and hit it?"
Yes.
Okay, she's going to cast Scorching Ray 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. She hits it twice. 12 points of damage. It's fire damage. I just have to check its resistances. Okay, takes all 12 points of damage. Adriel.
All right, so I activate my Radiant Soul.
Awesome.
Eyes burst, lightning comes around me, and I fly up, we'll say 30 feet, with Usmagaris
Okay.
on my back.
On your back. Awesome.
And then I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points and cast a lightning bolt at it.
All right.
Yeah. But lightning bolt.
It needs to make a dex save, which is hilarious for a...
I know, like can I really miss? 14.
35 points of damage.
Hey, we got a DC 19 save already. Jeez.
Yeah. That book.
That magic book.
Yeah, it's that book.
Mm.
Yeah. And I kind of look at Usmagaris and give her a smile and a wink.
All right. She looks back at you and she kind of like squeezes tight. She looks like she feels safe. Magnus, you don't look like you feel safe.
No, I mean, we're all kind of beat up. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna burn my 4th level spell. Do it.
Nice.
It means I lose the book. I'm sorry, I can't track the book anymore. But
It's okay. Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
The worm vanishes.
Boy.
You have 1 minute.
and I just say, "Fucking run!"
Yeah, let's book it.
And I'm
Just
just
go-
hauling ass towards the library.
Glad I used my Radiant
I'm-
Soul, Magnus.
Oh, you can fly it. You can-
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
fly for a
over it.
minute.
Okay,
Well,
so
yep.
with that, you guys head over. I'm just going to bring you to back to this image for now while we
And in
talk.
all
about what happened.
fairness, that could have easily failed.
I had a
I don't know
backup
how
on that. I
charismatic-
could still rebarbs it. I could still rebarbs
I
it if it.
How
Oh.
charismatic
if
a
it
purple
passed.
worm is, but
They're
So I
not
could still
super
rebarbs it if
charismatic.
it passed. So like there was a backup on that.
That was a really good use of that spell. I'm really glad you guys didn't choose to go toe to toe with that. That would have been bad for you.
Mm.
Moved and dead in one hit.
Yeah, those things are like super deadly. When you started to like fight instead of run, I was like, oh god. But anyway, all is good. Worm is banished, and you guys run to the library. When you get to the library, you get in the door, and you are oh, this is perfect. You're running so fast to get in there that you don't notice the bubble that you step through. And you find yourselves in the interior of the library as it was. And sitting at a desk, just sitting there looking at you, is a human female. She has a longbow by her side and a quiver of arrows on her back. And she turns and looks at the group of you and says, "It took you long enough."
Ooh.
Yeah, well, you got worm problems.
Well, somebody looks quite armed for a librarian.
Not a librarian, and I don't have worm problems. That's a future problem, shall we say.
What year is it?
I'm sorry, who is this? I looked at the group.
I'm assuming one of the gods. Is this one of your sisters?
This
I
You
mean,
recognize me,
I do?
Gorm. I know it has been a while, but surely you recognize your sister. And Usmagaris is tagging on your sleeve, and she's like, "That's the lady!"
Yeah.
What was her name again? Is that a character?
Madurara.
Madara, yep.
Madara?
Hang on, I will put it in chat for you. She says you can call me Maddie if it's easier.
So yeah, as she says, I'm sure you recognize your sister. That's when I would say Madara.
Yes, Gorm. Although I am not as powerful as we once were, and I've been trapped in this bubble for a really long time. It's quite frankly very annoying. But now that you have finally come, perhaps we can escape the bubble and deal with the issue at hand. Also, just to forewarn you, the city is going to be destroyed in a day.
Oh, fun.
Perfect timing.
Are we not in the air yet?
We are not.
Oh, okay. Just trying to keep the timeline in order. Before we
And
do anything,
she
we
walks
can find
over
the
and
book.
she opens the door, and you see a thriving city from 1,000 years ago.
Well, only problem we have right now is we've got somebody who loves history and ancient libraries with us. I'm just pointing at Lunara. So we're going to be stuck in this library for at least a few minutes while they pillage every useful book off their
Lunara
shelf.
is visibly vibrating. And I will.
She says, "We do not have much time, and I am not entirely certain how to get out of this bubble, so I strongly suggest you move quickly."
Okay. Do we know if the book that we're searching for Way is here? We maybe grab that quickly and then carry on with everything else.
Don't know anymore. I have lost the ability to track it. I
Okay.
dealt with the worm instead. How about we leave the librarian, like you, Lunara, and
Mhm.
Way. You two look for the books that you need, and I'll go with the gods, and we'll see if we can't find a way to pop the bubble.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Splitting the party. Love it.
You make the most use of our time. We got
Yeah.
the end of the world coming. Twice.
Twice. Yeah. So let's start with the two in the library, Way and Linara. Way, you are obviously looking for the master's book.
I enter the have we entered the library at this point?
Yeah, you're sort of in the vestibule of the library.
I'm assuming it's massive, like Library of Congress in America, massive.
Yes, correct. It is absolutely huge.
Oh yes. Oh wonderful. What
Yeah.
an absolutely productive day we're gonna have before the world ends 1,000 years ago.
Tell
As
me
I search
everything
for-
you can about the book, and I will help you find it.
I'll describe it as well as I can.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be a part of the entire volume that's supposed to be identical. Well, aside from the numbers, it's 1,
Okay.
2,
So
3,
there's
4.
several volumes of it. Okay.
Well, we already have. We've already recovered most of them. This is one of the last ones, if not the last
Okay.
one.
Okay. So yeah. Funny enough, my job in the city that we staged from was as a librarian, so I'm home. I'm pretty sure this will be relatively trivial for Lunara to find, even if in a library bigger. Like, surely the system will be similar.
Well, that's it. You need me to get up somewhere quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally, instead of having to like go upstairs and all that, I could just literally run up
You can
the
run up it, yeah.
pillars to the second floor or third floor, whatever.
What would you like me to roll to try and find it?
Let's
'Cause
call it.
investigation or
Yeah.
Do they get advantage because there's two of them working together?
They do get advantage, yes.
I was about to say advantage for the description, but Way kind of wants to see look at some picture books.
you like you're in like, the kids section while I'm searching for the thing. Okay, let's investigate. 25.
Nice. So it's a little bit weird as you were walking around here. There are moments where the other people in the library sort of like flicker and almost disappear and come back. You also some of the books, they look shiny and new, and then all of a sudden they're rotten or they're gone. The shelves are beautifully preserved, and then they're not there or tumbling down. You don't feel like this time bubble is particularly stable.
Mm-hmm.
And you take a look, and you do find now Way. Is it a book or is it a scroll?
It's a book.
It's a book. Okay.
It's think of it as like like Buddhist mantras, like all in individual volumes.
Okay. So you do find in the there's sort of like a ancient like a historical section of the library, religious history type section.
Yeah.
And you find one of the two missing books sitting on the shelf. It is in beautiful condition. It's bound in a beautiful leather. It looks like it's well preserved. And as you reach for it, one of those time bubbles passes through, and you see that it is gone. And then the time bubble reappears, and it is back again. And I'm going to need someone to make me a dexterity check to try and grab it when it is not in the bubble.
I think that's a Way thing. Like, I've got a +1 dex, but I think it's a you thing.
Huh? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Toss the picture book aside. What do you want me to do?
I need you to grab this before the next, like, in between bubbles. Like, it's gonna phase out of existence for a couple of seconds and then come back, and I need you to grab it.
All
And
right.
don't like get your hand like chopped off by history.
Well, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. Just don't die.
All right. So, did you want me to roll a sleight of hand or dex check? They're the same, but I just want to clarify.
Let's call it a sleight of hand. You're right. I like that.
Sleight of hand? Okay. But I'll rub my hands together, warm them up.
Can I assist by like working out the timing between the bubbles and like giving him a like 3, 2, 1 grab?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you can. Wait, you can have advantage on this.
Yeah.
You've got anything sticky, like honey or something?
In a library? No.
We can wipe it off
No.
afterwards. Oh,
No. Just grab.
All right. All right, with advantage, right? All right.
Yeah.
And
Nice. Yeah, it's close. There's not a lot of time, but Lunara counts you in, and you are just just right there. You grab the book and you pull it through, and it's the book you've been seeking. It is the one. When you open it up and you look, you recognize the hand, and you know it was written by the master.
Yeah, I want to be honest. I'd expect it more. I'm just going to flip through the pages. No, well. Cheers.
Okay, let's go and
I shall
well,
read it in me
let's
off
head
time.
yeah, let's catch up with the others eventually, I guess.
Actually, to hell with that. I'll read it now as we're walking. Might as well.
Way you start reading it and you realize that it has some techniques in here that you are here are unknown to you at this point.
I'm going to do
Um,
the lick my finger and turn the face. No, I'm not going to do that.
yeah,
I'm
and you
going to
feel
flip it
so
through
go
like a
ahead.
comic book. Just page after page. Oh, that's nice.
Just picturing Chang finding an interesting technique. Oh, I'll save that for later, and just dog earing the page.
Bending it.
Ah! On second thought, let's put that back.
Way you would really like to spend an hour with this book.
Yeah, I understand.
Let's catch up with the others, and then you can spend an hour on our downtime. Okay.
I just want to say I'm still just flipping through it nonchalantly as we're walking.
Awesome. Love it.
I'm I'm sure there are also like extra teachings, like be as in it's some like deep sayings, whatever,
Yeah,
spiritual
absolutely.
sayings. I hadn't considered that. Be nicer to your friends. Nah,
Ridiculous.
don't be daft.
Cream
All right,
first, then
and so
jam. What the hell is
I
this?
guess I guess
Be
we'll
sh-
pick up next week with you guys, with the other team who has gone and trying to find a way to end the bubble and get out safely.
Be sure to drink your
So
Ovaltine. Soylent Green is made of.
Way's Book of
It's
Sayings.
smudged. It's smudged. What is that word? Purple?
I will say that when you guys show up, Magnus is probably going to be upset that Lunara didn't take the opportunity to sift through like any ancient stuff from the guy who originally fought Calicatharis or Calatharius.
Martek.
Yeah, you didn't pilfer any
Lunara
Martech teachings.
had a mission to do. Just
I said,
sorry,
get
no time.
the books.
Yeah.
All right, good game, guys, and we'll meet back, and we will play for 3 hours next time as well, not 2.5.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everybody try and come up with ideas for popping this time bubble, because currently Magnus can only think of, I don't know, you three gods hold hands and chant. See if that works.
We'll see what there is.
Possible.
Yeah. I obviously posted the message to Pandora in the chat a bit earlier as of
Yes.
for hopefully for next time, Kirsty.
I have. Yes, I will get on that.
Thank you.
I'm caught up in this game now, so
Yay.
I will not be panic prepping any longer. I got kind of behind in all of my games. Not behind, like I was prepped for sessions, but all I was doing was prepping sessions. I couldn't do anything in advance, and it was it kind of got away from me a little bit. But I am back on track, so we are good to go. And so I guess next week I will see you all, and we will pick up from here. Good game, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Sounds good.
Everyone
Take
have
care.
a good day. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. See you later, everyone.
And anyone who's watching, thanks for joining us, and join us next Saturday to find out what happens in this library. Have a good day, everyone.